it was a great performance. I mean, Jon displayed his game pretty good. Um, and then Stipe still, meanwhile, showed some toughness because I think like from the first round to those ground and pound, that was for him to come out of that. He was like impressive, which basically from Stipe is not quite knowing how tough he is. Uh, he's not very surprising, but still, you know. But
When you
it was
when you
good.
when you look at what Jon is doing in there as a heavyweight, it's the fight everybody always wanted to see. Do you think about when you look at him fight like what you could do differently? He's never been in there against the Predator either.
Yes, of course. I mean, there's always that thought about a fight, basically, like when it's your division, like and then is a thing that you always think about everybody, like how would I handle this person? Because everybody at that level have something, especially somebody like Jones, like then you have to like, okay, if it was me, what would I do? And then he's the same thing that he's been doing, which worked perfectly, is to study his opening.
I don't know if you saw the press conference after somebody read your tweet to Jon and they asked him, we hear about Aspinall, we hear about Pereira, would Francis be the fight? Would you want that more than anything? He kind of just said, I'm here to talk about UFC business, but he was cordial. In terms of Jon and Tom Aspinall, he keeps saying he doesn't want Aspinall. Does that confuse you why Jon doesn't want Aspinall? Or is this the same situation as you and Jon, that it's negotiating and he wants to get the most money to make that fight happen?
First of all, I think this is about there is a negotiation situation here that's involved that we don't know all the ups and downs, you know, and then like we I mean, we all know the situation that they use it in a they use they use that in the negotiation to say, oh no, he doesn't want to fight this guy, he's scared, like, and then that's how the machine works. And I think he's in the position to claim like what he wants. As he said, Aspinall need that fight, I don't need it. And when you look at it, pretty much true. There's nothing that he's going to make have more in winning that fight if it's not money, But for us, which is someone coming and trying to cement his way in the division, that will be everything.
The exact quote Jon said is, I don't want to fight dangerous up and comers anymore. I want to fight dangerous established champions. There's an established champion out there that I'm talking to right now. Isn't that still the biggest fight to make in the heavyweight mixed martial arts?
Well, as he said, he only talk about the UFC business. I think we are about that. Like he's in the promotion deal and I'm in the promotion deal. And if those two promotion comes along, like figure out a way, like us talking about established champion or not will not hurt. I think for right now, his only option is in the roster, and my options are in my roster. That's just how he is. It's not what we want or would like to have, doesn't matter much. But the reality is we both know we both want this fight for sure. And then it will be a good fight for us, like there's more into this to like legacy and everything, like I mean I can finish my career at some point, but he will always be great to know that, okay, you faced that guy, which is like, I mean, which is the best in the sport to ever do the sport. Because besides the adversity, besides me believe that I can beat him, I still believe that Jon is the great fighter. As fighting concerned, I think he's the best fighter.
As a fan just watching these fights and assuming John doesn't retire, would you rather see him face Aspinall or would you rather see him face Pereira?
Well, honestly, I will see him face whomever he wants to face. He can claim that. Um, Although I think Aspinall would be a more challenging fight because Aspinall respond to a ground game better than Pereira. Aspinall will respond better in wrestling than Pereira. So, but I mean, hey man, he can do whatever he wants. I think he's his call. And then because when you get at that point, like you only fight if you want to fight, and you better have a fight that you want for good reason. I think he doesn't need it. He will want it. That's all.
When you look at the king of the mountain right now, who is the best heavyweight mixed martial artist on planet Earth?
Who is the best heavyweight? Well, I'll count myself in. Even though Stipe lost the fight, I think you can disregard what he have done as a heavyweight. I think people kind of like forget really fast, really quick. But
I mean,
and
saying
it,
right now,
and even though Steve John might for me be the best fighter overall, but I personally cannot classify him as a best heavyweight of all time. Come on, man.
I've been saying
He's
all the
not as
time.
established. He's established as a fighter, but not as a heavyweight. You can just, I mean, that's my take.
And that's what everybody was saying going into the fight versus Stipe. I'm saying right now, not all time. Who's the best heavyweight going right now? Is it Francis Ngannou or is it
I
Jon
claim,
Jones?
I claim that title.
I don't think people can disagree. We
Yeah, I
can all
claim
hope
that
we get
title.
to see it though.
And there's an opportunity to settle that. We can settle that once for all.